just for the exam. You must put the words deep into your brain and use those words in your speaking. Practice them in your speaking so that you don't forget them. Stop trying to hurry. This is not a race. Okay? This is absolutely not a race. Learning a lot of words is useless if you can't understand and use them in real conversation with practice. So make friends. We create so many WhatsApp groups. Create groups of friends where only English is spoken. Speak with them, practice with them. Got it? So have deep learning, not apparent learning. Rule number 5, use point of view stories. This is a very good way of learning something from the past about the rules, right? I already shocked you with rule number 2 when I said don't study grammar rules. But of course, you want to use correct English grammar. So, what about grammar? How do you learn it deeply without studying grammar rules? Well, today I will tell you, you need deep learning of grammar without studying grammar books. How is it possible? Is it possible? Of course, is it possible? Maybe you're thinking, how can I learn English grammar if I don't study books and English grammar rules? Rules are not required anywhere. Grammar books are for children, not for you as adults. So, how do you learn to use correct English grammar when speaking? Use this method, and your grammar will improve automatically and naturally. You will automatically use the correct verb tenses, even you will not understand. So, rule number 5 is point of view stories. I call these stories point of view stories because they are the most powerful ways to learn and use English grammar automatically. Right? You must learn grammar by listening to real English. The best way is to listen to the same story told in different times: past, present, future. You will get thousands of stories on internet, YouTube. The same story is spoken into three tenses: past, present, and future. If you start reading storybooks, you will understand that everything is in the past tense. Everywhere the past tense is used. This is a natural thinking, natural consciousness. You will not feel, but you will act it. And then you will start speaking anything happened in the past like that story. Just try it once. Okay? So it is really powerful and simple. It is, you will surely succeed in that. You will use correct grammar naturally and automatically. This is the secret to English grammar. Forget about the so-called grammar books and n number of rules. Well, next is how to speak real English. It's rule number 6. Successful speakers do not translate. They do not think about grammar rules. They naturally, spontaneously, and quickly think in English and speak in English. Make this rule habitual. Think in English, speak in English. For one day, first day, second day, for 1 week, 1 month, you will go wrong. But the day will come, you will start speaking in a correct way. And you will think quickly in English, and the same will be thrown out. Don't use translation methods. It's a mental flaw. Okay, it will not help you. Then next, this is the soul of improving any communication skills. If you do everything, if you follow all rules, whatever 6 rules we have seen so far, if you follow everything and if you miss out on rule number 7, you will not get the results. Absolutely not get the results. That is the reason I said this is the soul of the entire process. Practice, 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 and practice. That's the reason I said if you are very much busy in your co-curricular, curricular, and academic activities, you should reserve at least half an hour or 1 hour minimum for English. And you should practice everything. Practice speaking, speak to yourself, speak to your friends, make groups like WhatsApp groups, share the notes, okay? Have video chats, right? Speak with them, create speakers club, and if you practice this every day, you yourself will see the result within a month. You will start comparing yourself. Okay, the one month ago I was like this, now I'm like this. Improvement happens, and this is the very natural case. Okay, so just start doing it, but you have to practice it a lot. You have to practice it. Without practice, nothing happens. Even the same thing happens in the classroom. Now, we have engineering institutions, management institutions where there are courses of English. But once the lecture is finished, 1 hour, 2 hours lecture is over, everything is over. Then we wait for the next lecture, maybe after 2, 3 days or after week. And then whatever we learned in the class vanishes. It never helps because you don't practice it. So, do practice. Uh, so if you practice this, then you will get so many things. You will get better grades. You will improve your writing skills as well. That is the important communication skills. Because if you start speaking quite good English, your writing will improve automatically, naturally. You will expand your vocabulary also. Because if there are 5 friends, there should be at least one friend, one student who speaks quite better, and you listen to those words and you try to implement those new words into your speech as well. Okay, so it expands your vocabulary, word power. You will boost your confidence as well. Ultimately, you will learn how to perform responsible research. For example, during postgraduate degrees, now research is required, project work is required. It helps there as well. And ultimately, you will stand out of the crowd. Okay, you will not be the part of crowd. So it will help in so many things, but only if you practice it. Now, how to learn English effortlessly? That is the main concern. Effortlessly, by simultaneously while doing your academic tasks, assignments, activities. First is English channels. Okay, I'm sure if you have good television at your house, then there are English channels. So many good English channels. Let us take example CNN, Discovery, Animal Planet, Wildlife, Fox Life, Discovery, HBO. And if you have English movie pack, then it's better than nothing, right? So English channels, movies, watch movies with subtitles. If you watch movies with subtitles, so many things happen. Your listening improves, your pronunciation improves because you listen to those words. If you watch a movie of, let us say, native speakers, they never speak like us. They never say a cup of tea. They would directly say a cup of tea. You will understand that. Along with pronunciation, your reading will improve because you continuously read subtitles along with listening. So, watch English channels, movies with subtitles. Uh, then you should listen to maximum English conversations. Maximum. If you get to know a good video on YouTube, subscribe it. Listen to more conversations from YouTube. Listen to good speeches. We have some good English speakers in Bollywood industry as well. For example, Priyanka Chopra, Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, uh, Amitabh Bachchan, then Katrina Kaif. Have you heard their speeches in public? Just after this session, just Google it on YouTube. Speech by Priyanka Chopra in English. You will get so many speeches. See the way she speaks. Even the Nobel Prize winner from Pakistan, oh, I forgot her name, Malala Yousafzai. There are so many people across the world. Even in India, you will find so many. Try to listen to them. Listen to the English that you understand. Okay, don't listen to hi-fi, completely American accent. Once you start improving, then you can go to that fluency level. Okay, so listen to maximum English conversations. Reading English books, stories will help you a lot because if you read every day in English, you are in contact with words. And most of the times it happens that I can speak better English, I have good set of vocabulary, words, but I forget words at the time of speaking. I don't remember the words. When I speak, I don't remember the words because you don't read. If you read, you are in contact of words, and then this problem disappears. Forgetting the words never happens. So, read in English. Read anything that interests you. It could be comics, it could be storybooks, it could be anything, magazines, whatever you like. But you need to read that. And most importantly, you should think in English. Don't think in Marathi or Hindi or your mother tongue. Think in English, right? And try to express the same in English. Don't translate. Another important thing is constant speaking in English. Again, I am coming to the rule number 7, everyday practice. Constant speaking in English. Gradually, you will improve. Initially, you will go wrong, but the stage will come, you will correct yourself. Okay? You will correct yourself by listening to others. So, everyday practice is important. The next is creating 24/7 exposure of English, right? If Praveen sir is listening to me, I would surely request him, sir, do create one English speakers club on campus and have student one platform to express themselves naturally. Even in one class, it could be done. Every class, it could be done. There should be one platform where students can speak up naturally. Although there are problems, no issues at all. In English, all the errors, mistakes are accepted. Don't worry about your mistakes. Just throw it out. Once you improve your confidence level, you can do anything. Okay? Then, improving with feedback from smart speakers. Among 5 friends, they don't have simple mentality, the same mentality. They have different psychological mentality. Okay, so you will find two extra smarter than you, one is quite lower. So there could be mixed mob of 5 friends. You will learn from your peers. You will learn from the others. Whatever they speak, somebody will capture it. So always have 24/7 exposure of English language amongst your friend circle. Improving with Facebook from smart speakers. Facebook is one of the good examples that you can improve from smart speakers as well. Have uh, follow good people, okay? Listen to them, and then you have to come to self-assessment. Measure your progress every day. Self-assessment. Is there any change in you? Are you improving? Okay? Assess it. That is called self-assessment.
Mahendra sir, is there any issue?
Mahendra sir, your voice is not clear. Mahendra sir, are you listening to me?
Continuously, I'm speaking, and
Yeah.
since my screen is absolutely full, I'm not able to see the chat box. and that's the reason I couldn't interact you much with you.
Okay.
Ma'am, is there any question you can just put forward? Anybody, any questions?
If anybody
Student,
wants to ask any question, please
Feel free to ask. You can put it in the chat box.
please keep your mic on and then you can speak.
Yes. No questions?
So I think you have mentioned all this, and that comes under direct method of teaching English as the second language.
Correct, sir. Absolutely. It's a
This is
direct
the
method.
direct method.
Yes. And
And here we are bidding goodbye to our traditional grammar translation method.
correct.
That is not at all necessary. But
Absolutely.
let me tell you one thing. There was a time, when Tarkhadkar grammar was there.
Oh, okay.
If you have heard that name, and the older generation, say for example, my teachers,
Hmm.
right? They had all learned very good English from Tarkhadkar grammar and translation method.
Okay.
Of course, for day-to-day communication skills, it is not necessary to have a perfect grammar, because our main purpose is to convey what we want to say.
Exactly.
Yeah. But then when it comes to writing part, they have to be very specific, particular about using proper grammar.
Correct. Correct.
So, could you please tell our students what they should do to improve their grammar?
So for improving grammar, that's what I was focusing entirely. Listening is important.
Yeah,
If you listen to somebody who speaks better and correct English,
yeah,
you ultimately, if you are in that exposure, you start speaking like that.
yeah.
So there is no need to take extra efforts in learning grammar.
Hmm,
But if you start listening to somebody, you will feel the change. Sir, even my professors who taught me English, they they never learned English through English, but they are the highly qualified and super fast fluent speakers of English.
yeah, yeah, right.
This how did this happen?
Hmm,
Your generation was absolutely different, sir. Now the current generation, they have received the ready-made platform of everything. There is no hard work. People in your generation, they were working themselves. Now here, just the students, they have to bite it. Everything is
right,
ready-made.
right,
And,
right,
and that's the reason they don't understand the meaning of hard work. They don't understand how to go ahead step by step. You yourself created world for you. But for current generation, the world is already created. They just need to survive. That is the biggest difference. And that's the reason if they really want to improve the grammar, they need a lot of listening, correct listening. Easily they can improve.
But then how would they know the grammatical terms, like what is adjective, what is adverb, and what is direct speech, what is indirect speech? Or I mean, they would be able to communicate by way of listening, but
Correct.
learning the technical terms of grammar, how it is possible through learning?
They can do, sir. They can absolutely do. Even the students that we have, if you ask them,
Hmm.
tell me one adjective, probably they will not understand that.
Yeah.
But if you ask them, describe something, they will use all the adjectives.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
So they don't know the rule, but they are very fluent in the usage of English. So that is the concept here, English for communication.
English for communication, right, right, right.
Yes. So they use everything, they just don't know the rules. And if you ask a particular student to speak about last week, or
Hmm,
if there is a particular event happened, and tell
hmm,
me how did it happen, the student will use everything in past tense. But if you ask the student, tell me the rules of past tense, he or she will not be able to tell you. But the way he or she speaks, in completely correct tense and usage of past tense.
That is right. That is right.
Yeah, and here, sir, nowadays we have always corporate interviews. For example, every year there are corporate rounds for placements and so many things. Nobody asks all these things. They what recruiters need today, they just need fluent speaking.
Exactly. Exactly.
Nobody will ask you, okay, tell me about the direct and indirect speech or convert this into indirect speech. If you're able to speak fluently, their judgment is he is good at English. Not
It's
rules are
expression part is more important.
exactly, and that's what today's recruiters are expecting.
Hmm.
Because last year we had one survey, and we had so many branded recruiters from multinational companies, including some Infosys and so many companies like this. And they said, sir, we just need the communication, fluent communication. We don't need anything else. We don't need any grammar. Nobody asks candidates any grammar. We just need people to communicate with abroad clients fluently in English. and
Exactly.
and that's the reason, sir, we are into research of this. We are in terms of changing the entire curriculum of English language, and we are moving to these new models and new methods and activity based teaching and direct methods. So our focus, our main objective and goal is only to make students perfect in communication.
Communication. Right.
Only
This
communication.
today is the only purpose.
Correct.
They should
And
be perfect in communication.
yes.
But one tragedy I would like to tell you, this is
Hmm,
just a
hmm.
part of discussion,
Yeah, yeah.
that since grammar is being ignored, even in our MA courses, in our
Yes.
BA courses, the teachers of English also are not aware of grammar rules.
Correct. Correct. That's the reason I said if you
Hmm.
have competent teachers,
Yeah.
you learn very competently.
But don't you think that the teachers of English, at least they should know the rules and they should know grammar?
Exactly. 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 They must know the rules.
Because they are teachers of English.
Absolutely. They should
And
know each and
therefore
everything.
grammatical terms and grammar, the most drawback, the most important drawback or major
Hmm.
drawback I see, they don't know where to use, where to suffix s or es or is to the verbs.
Correct.
Okay, for them, he go, she go, it go, they go,
Correct.
I go. It's
Even
all like that.
apostrophe is anywhere.
Anywhere apostrophe s.
Correct.
That's a great tragedy. We are
Yes.
spoiling that way, we are killing the language.
Correct. Correct. I
So,
agree.
as far as corporate world is concerned, it's okay
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
they communicate properly and they have to be
Hmm.
perfect in communication. But as far as the teachers of English are concerned, I think they must be aware of all these rules
Absolutely.
and regulations
Absolutely.
and grammar.
Yes.
And at the same time, they should transfer it to their students.
Clear. Absolutely.
It has been a very wonderful talk, and
Yes, yes, yes.
many things were there which I was not aware of. And through Dr. Shetty's talk, I have learned a lot from this. So, hope the students have also learned a lot, and some faculty members are also there who have joined out of curiosity.
Yes.
So, they also must have learned a lot. One thing, Rupali, we can do, Rupali. It's a very
Yes,
good suggestion from Dr. Mahendra Shete that
yes.
there should be a club of
Love.
English language speakers.
English speaking.
Okay, so you can take some initiative in this respect. You can take some steps and form a group of the speakers of English language, right? I think that will
Okay.
be an added feature for our college,
Yes, sir.
right,
Yes.
Rupali?
Yes, sir.
Sir, thank you very much for this wonderful session. And
Yes.
I'm really grateful to you. The information you have given is really very, very helpful to all of us. Yes, over to Rupali.
There are some websites on the screen. You can take the screenshots, students, and you can check them out, each and everything. The most famous and popular, if I point out, then first is Grammarly. Then after that, there is grammarbook.com. You will get almost everything here. Point number 7, website number 7.
Hmm.
And if you the advanced techno savvy student, then you can go ahead with Grammar Monster. It is website number 10. And there is pro writing aid as well that you can check. But again, as I said, we are making students handicap because these are again ready-made platforms. So, but still,
Exactly.
it will help you to improve your English. From that point of view, I'm sharing all these 11 websites with you. You can use this as a supplement. Okay,
Supplement, right?
correct. Thank you. So this was everything from my end. So
It was really all very wonderful.
yes,
Yes, Bali.
Kalyan. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mahendra sir. It's really an honor to have such a vibrant personality, and I'm sure everybody is excited. So, sir, now what a wonderful session it was. Thank you for a beautiful message that you gave us. Practice makes man perfect. Yeah, it was really a mesmerizing session. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time after this wonderful session. It's time to thank our eminent speaker and participants. So, for that, I would like to invite Ms. Rupali Surve to propose vote of thanks. So, friends, I, Kalyani Babungar, take your leave and over to you, Rupali. Thank you all.
Thank you, Kalyani ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my privilege to have been asked to propose a vote of thanks on this memorable session. I, Rupali Surve, on behalf of Prerna College of Commerce, welcome you all. First of all, I thank our honorable keynote speaker, Dr. Mahendra Shetty sir. In his busy schedule, he has found time to grace this function and address us on a vital topic with his important views. It was a wonderful experience listening to him on this occasion. Sir, I'm sure that our students will get immense knowledge from your talk as you explain as well. Sir focus on problems which are faced by the students while speaking English. And for solving that problem, Sir has explained different rules for speaking fluently. Sir also gave us a Guru mantra that learn with your ears, means listen, listen, and listen. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now, I extend my sincere thanks to our Honorable President of Prerna Seva Mandal, Professor R.C. Gulhane, the Secretary of Prerna Seva Mandal, Dr. S.C. Gulhane, CEO of Prerna Seva Mandal, Abhilasha Gurde ma'am. I thank them for their kindness, interest, and their continuous support. My heartily thanks to our respected director, Dr. Praveen Joshi sir, Prerna College of Commerce, for his continuous motivation, support, vision, and commitment. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation to our officiating principal, Dr. Leeladhar Revatkar sir, for his continuous guidance. I would also like to thank technical department who have worked hard to ensure this session become successful. At last, I thank all the participants for making this session wonderful. Thank you. Now I declare this session is over
thank you,
and
ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
मी याला येईल तुम्हाला कॉल करेल मी.
Sure, sure, we'll be in touch.
आणि तुझ्यासोबत स्वामी पण आहे का? स्वामी किंवा घुगे?
घुगे फुल नाव म्हणजे
घुगे इंग्लिशला त्यांना फॅकल्टी आहे तिथे.
अशोक घुगे का?
अशोक, अशोक. हा,
हा आहे
आहेत ना?
वी आर गुड फ्रेंड्स.
अच्छा. आणि स्वामी पण आहे का?
स्वामी स्वामी मी नाही ऐकलं अजून, बट आय नो अशोक.
हा, राईट, राईट, राईट.
एडीटी मध्येच खूप सारे कॅम्पसेस आहेत सर.
हो, मला
स्वामी
माहिती आहे.
कदाचित दुसऱ्या कॅम्पसला असतील.
हा, आहेत ते.
हा.
स्वामी आहेत एक.
हो.
चला, थँक्यू सर. थँक्यू व्हेरी मच.
थँक्यू सो मच. थँक्यू.
Okay.
थँक्यू
thank
सर.
you, sir.
हो गई रे, खत्म मीटिंग, निकलो.